Here's some of the stories trending this week at NASA. In his testimony before Congress during the first week of March, NASA Administrator Charlie Bolden outlined the return on investment legislators can expect from the $18.5 billion proposed for the agency under President Obama's FY 2016 budget. The funding allows NASA to continue on the journey to Mars with development of vehicles and technologies needed for unprecedented human missions, first to an asteroid and then on to the Red Planet. The budget request and current contract schedules support certification by the end of 2017 of commercial vehicles being developed to launch American astronauts from U.S. soil on round-trip missions to the International Space Station. It also further enables the agency's quest to improve life on Earth, with technologies for greener, quieter aviation and investigations to enhance the health of our planet's climate. The mission timeline for NASA's Dawn spacecraft has it becoming the first in history to reach a dwarf planet by entering into orbit around Ceres on March 6th. Located in the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, Ceres is the largest unexplored world of the inner solar system. The March 1st spacewalk outside the International Space Station was the last in a series of 3 to prepare for the installation of new docking ports for future use by U.S. spacecraft carrying crews launched from Florida. During the spacewalk, NASA astronauts Terry Virts and Barry Wilmore completed the installation of 400 feet of cable and several antennas associated with the Common Communications for Visiting Vehicles system known as C2V2. NASA astronaut Scott Kelly and Expedition 43 crewmates Gennady Padalka and Mikhail Kornienko of the Russian Federal Space Agency are in Star City, Russia for training and other activities prior to their launch to the ISS later this month. The trio is scheduled to launch on March 27th Eastern Time aboard a Soyuz spacecraft to the station, where Kelly and Kornienko will become the first crew to spend a year aboard the ISS, conducting research on the effects of long-duration space travel on the human body. During one of several post-flight appearances in the Washington, D.C. area, NASA astronaut Steve Swanson, who served aboard the space station as a flight engineer for Expedition 39 and commander during Expedition 40 in 2014, accompanied U.S. Department of Agriculture Deputy Secretary Krista Harden on a visit to Gwynn Park High School in Brandywine, Maryland. They spoke to students about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and the connection with the future of agriculture, including Swanson's research in vegetable plant growth aboard the ISS. On March 3rd and 4th, NASA's History Office and the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum co-hosted a public symposium at the museum in Washington to commemorate the establishment 100 years ago of the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, or NACA, NASA's predecessor. The symposium featured words from NASA Administrator Charlie Bolden, a panel discussion moderated by the agency's chief historian Bill Berry, and more. Congress established the NACA to pursue excellence in aeronautics. NACA staff, research facilities, and operations formed the core of NASA when it came into existence on October 1st, 1958. And that's what's up this week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, follow us on social media and visit www.nasa.gov/twan.